Good day, my fellow normies. This is Scott from Just a Normie. So this review is on a discussion about the coming final and ending season of Ozarks, written and directed by Jason Bateman on Netflix and stuff. It'll have I think it's the fifth season, I think, and stuff. But Jason Bateman has been interviewed in regards to he knows the ending of Ozark. And after that, the sky's the limit on what's going to happen. So he has gone into how much he's very much enjoyed working on this show, and it really shows too because it's a very very good show and stuff. He has stated over time that it's probably going to be the hardest work he's ever done and stuff. He knows where he's going, and you know what? That's what's good about this show. And that's good about writers and directors. You know, they always know where their show is going. They know how it's going to end. It's just like writers and stuff. They know where the ending is and stuff. You know what I'm saying? They just don't make it up on the whim. And that's what we have a lot of that today. So Ozark has not only shaped the pre-existing perception of the actor as a comedy star, but the Netflix drama has broadened his reach as an artist, especially when it comes to directing. Originally, Bateman planned to direct every episode of season one. In addition to performing his duties as lead actor and executive producer, that much work soon proved impossible. Bateman ended up helming 4 of the 10, but it still pushed himself to do more. He wanted to do more than act, more than produce, more than direct. He wanted to have his hands on everything part of the process. And you know what, too? He was a child actor, so he's been around a very long time, Mr. Bateman and stuff. And I've loved him over the years. He's evolved and evolved and he evolved over time, and I've really appreciated what he's done and stuff. And I try and follow him as much as I can and stuff like that. I haven't watched everything and stuff like that, like Arrested Development and stuff. I try to watch that. It was just so stupid and stuff. I mean, at times it was funny, but So, but with 3 seasons streaming, a fourth and final season prepping to shoot this November, 32 total Emmy and nominations, including 18 for just season 3. The man behind Marty Byrde won't take credit for all, but he is proud of what the Ozark team has done. And it is I've got to say, it's one of my most favorite shows. Really. I mean, the dynamic, the cast are phenomenal. And I can't say that enough and stuff. I really enjoy the show. It's one of my first reviews that I did was Ozark, and it got almost 230 views and stuff. And I want to thank all those that did that and stuff. I really appreciate that and stuff. That was remarkable and stuff. I'm just blown away by it. Um, Bateman goes further on and says it is working out better than I had ever hoped for. I had high hopes. Bateman said in an interview with IndieWire, those first 2 scripts that I read, there was a lot of mood, a lot of danger, a lot of crisis, a lot of things that I was really curious to see if I could deliver. And I'll tell you what, the portrayal is just phenomenally well done. I mean, you don't know where it's going. Like a lot of shows, you can kind of figure it out, but it's one thing after another. You're like, what the hell? No way, dude. And you're like, no, don't go in there, So, but before Ozark, Bateman directed nearly a dozen episodes of TV from Family Matters to Arrested Development before taking on independent feature films Bad Words and The Family Fang. It was here that he started utilizing desaturated color palettes and long lenses, characteristics that aren't typically associated with comedies. The Arrested Development, I don't know, it was kind of hard to wrap my head around. The comedy was not that good. I thought it was kind of just cheesy, stupid and stuff. But I've tried to watch it because like there's a lack of things to watch and stuff. So I just kind of was giving it a try, and I just can't get through it. It is so bad and stuff. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but whatever. Further, I wasn't convinced that a comedy needed to be flatly lit and with all wide lenses, super saturated colors, and plucked music, and so on and so forth. Ozark, on the other hand, gave him a lakeside setting well suited for the murky vision of a Missouri highway. And it does. It's a very good backdrop. I wonder if I'm sure it's a real location, you know what I'm saying? And all that. Um, um, I guess the Netflix episode 2 has caught its fair share of crap for being too dark, which I can completely understand, but it gives it a good tone. Um, but there's precision to each shot, the overtone, stuff like that. You get a lot of reading from Batesman character of Byrde and his wife and stuff, and some of the children and some of the other supporting actors and stuff like that. It just kind of comes across as like real life. You know what I'm saying? It's not really. It looks like acting, but it comes across way more realistic in terms of the way it's being portrayed. You get a lot of it from facial expressions and Bateman's thinking and stuff like that. You don't necessarily have to say something in order for you to get the idea of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Um, and he further goes on and says the fact that people end up watching Ozark is the part that you have zero control over, but that encourages us to keep going and makes it even better and slightly more challenging, he said. It's very gratifying and it fuels me to try and take on bigger and more challenging projects on the next round. You know what? That is what's weird. I don't understand why Netflix is ending it. It's one of its most successful shows. So I don't know what the hell is going on with Netflix unless they need to like really cut back or something or whatever. But you know, so they just cut Ultra Carbon, Ozark, and now the Adventures of Sabrina the Teenage Witch too as well. So I'm like, what? And then they just brought over Karate Kid, Cobra Kai. So I don't know. I don't understand what's going on, but I'm really not too too keen on what they're doing because there's not many more shows left, and if that's the case, I'm gonna just pretty much cut my Netflix off, all that. I've been thinking about it anyways because of the Hollywood exploitation of little ones and stuff like that too as well. So Bateman goes on to say, I mean, I'm a crew dork. Bateman said, I study who the gaffer or the best boy or the location manager is, let alone production design. When I see a trailer, I immediately go over to IMDb Pro and just scoring the crew of the movie because I've noticed things that they're doing. I want to see who those people are, that they may be in the future. If I'm lucky enough to build a crew, I'm going to remember those names and see if they're interested in joining the team. I think that's really great. I think that's because, like, see, I work in IT and I do a lot of IT management and a lot of IT. I've been an IT director and stuff like that. And in my earlier days, I was an IT manager or something like that, project management and stuff like that. But I'm always on the lookout for really good people that I think that would make, good team members and stuff like that. As I moved to other jobs and stuff like that, and stuff. His dream of the day he can map out a similarly transfixing project, one with the scope and budget typically entrusted to the industry's most notable visionaries. He goes on to say, I have such an enormous amount of respect for what the crew can do to create fake world for an audience. To do it on a 60-day shoot of a movie or a 100-day shoot with a crew that's 4 times the size of 2 independent films that I did, and there's visual effects, crew blow on. I mean, all the elements and complications are things I'm really, really interested in going forward as a director and challenging myself. I think he'll do pretty well, to be honest, and stuff. I don't think that he'll have any problems. He's grew up in the industry, but he seems very humble and stuff. I've never met the man, but there's certain people in Hollywood you can kind of see that, you know, and all that. And I think that he's one of those good guys, you know, and all that. Bateman closes out here and says, I don't know where everything is going to end, Bateman said about this conversation. The Pacifics leading up to it, I didn't really grind him on, but I was interested in the big question he has opportunities to answer. Are they going to go away with it, or are they going to pay the bill? What does he want to message the audience about the consequence of what the Byrdes have done, or the lack of? We have had a great conversation with this, with what Bateman has stated and stuff like that. There's so many unanswered questions. Where does the family go? Do they have any consequences at the end of this and stuff? I mean, season 3 ended on a cliffhanger of the lawyer being shot and killed, and the Navarro cartel, head of Navarro cartel, embracing the Byrdes. So, I don't know what else to, it's who knows, it's really, really, really interesting dynamic. So we'll just have to wait and see, and then I will keep on doing as more information comes out and stuff like that. I'll let you know. I'll make a video on it and stuff like that. I hope you like this video. Like, subscribe, share. Take care of my fellow normies, and I'm out. Bye.